What's awakening is your divine feminine, and that's the reason why you were called to this message. Spirit is asking for you to trust that. It's going to be scary for some of you. Divine greetings and gratitude, everybody. If you guys are new here, my name is KaSandra. I am the witch, author, poet, and performer of Magic of Eden. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. And if you all are returning, hey family, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I am always honored, excited, and elated to be in your presence. I was pulling some cards and I wanted to come back on here to give you guys the intuitive message that I'm feeling right now and that I hope can help you through the time that you're in right now and also in the future or whenever you may need it. I know for a fact that not everyone is going to resonate with this, and that's perfectly fine. I'm good with that. I'm hoping again that this message reaches the person that it needs to and or the people that need to hear it right now and whenever they need to hear it the most. I set the intention that you do have an open heart, that you have an open mind, and that you also have a mind of discernment. I set the intention that you receive everything that is meant for you and that you discard what is not needed. I set the intention that you feel open, that you feel loved, warm, safe, and sacred as we immerse ourselves into the intuitive messages that I have right now. I already pulled some cards and I'm going to be pulling a few more as we progress into this divinely guided intuitive reading. And the first cards that already came out were the Empress card, the Star card, the World card, the Sun card, and the High Priestess. And these are the cards here. Of course, like I just said, we have all of these cards that came out. All of them. And they are just, oh man, these cards are beautiful, by the way. The way that I feel is there is an obvious emphasis on divine feminine energy. Of course, and I say that because we have the Empress card and we also have the High Priestess. Those are two archetypes for divine feminine energy, whereas one is all about the mystery, it's all about the intuition, it's all about the internal wisdom, it's about ritual, magic, and all of those things, surrendering to the divine and also divining information. The High Priestess makes you see yourself. When you go to this type of energy, you go seeking answers, but truly the High Priestess acts as a mirror that reveals the things that you need to see within yourself that you may not already see. The Empress is the archetype that embodies this beautiful, loving, amazing energy. The Empress card is a card that represents nobility. It represents humility. It represents our sensuality, our connection with nature. It also represents our ability to birth things and bring things into existence. It is the divine feminine energy that carries creation within the womb space, and it bursts the creations that we feel. This card is also about fertility, expression, creativity, and things of that nature in a very divinely feminine way. The Star card usually is a card that depicts us finding purpose, our authenticity, us being open, us having a strong connection to our guides, a strong connection to nature, a strong connection to the divine in ways that are authentic to us. It is when we show our bare skin. It is when we see the truth in the calamity, the reason why things came to be certain ways. When we see the Sun card usually is a depiction of success, joy, love, play, pleasure. It can also mean innocence, but also it acts as a highlight. Now, all of these different things that I'm saying right now are just simply surface level ideas of these tarot cards, and we're going to get more into what I feel intuitively. Lastly, we also do have here the World card, which connects to things coming to a culmination and us entering into new chapters. The beautiful thing about the World card, though, is that we learn certain lessons and we take what we have learned and we apply them to the next phase of our life. And that's when things start all over again. And the World card does connect to us also entering into this phase renewed. We enter into this next stage of life where we are moving in with more wisdom and we are ready to move forth and progress and move forward. Now, the fact that we have all of these cards out right now, what I feel is that some of you guys are in spaces where you may have felt like you were in either some really tumultuous energy or you may have felt like your life went through a major breakdown. You guys may have felt like you were constantly overworking, that you were constantly doing, where you were exuding a lot of this masculine energy. And now I feel right now that you guys are being called to connect with this divine feminine energy and to start expressing more of that. Now, if you guys remember, I'm starting a series where we're talking more about our divine feminine energy and reasons why we may have trouble with embracing that divine feminine aspect of ourselves. I'll go ahead and link the first video down below. It's going to be up here somewhere. So anyway, I feel like with the cards that are coming out now, I feel like you guys definitely are ready to enter into this space where you can allow yourself to not only manifest, but to connect in a divinely feminine way. And there is going to be a major highlight on you being able to be receptive and you trusting your divine intuition, you trusting more in your guides, you trusting more in the unseen, you trusting more in your internal wisdom, because this next phase of your life is going to require you to surrender more and to embody more of this divine feminine essence. The reason is because there's so many things that are happening in the world right now that don't make sense. Some of you guys definitely are called to embrace this beautiful change. There is this need for you to start really honoring and trusting more in your divine feminine essence, because your divine feminine has been repressed. It's been suppressed for so long. Suppression looks different from everyone. For some of you guys, the way that you've been suppressing your divine feminine energy has been not speaking up for yourself. You may have been putting others first before yourself, to the point where you've been overworked and overtired and drained. Some of you guys may have felt that you want to give something, that you want to burst something, that you want to show this other aspect of yourself, that you may want to show softness, but you don't, out of the fear that it will be tainted, or that you'll be taken advantage of, or that you'll be taken for granted, or whatever the case may be. And Spirit is saying that it's time for you to start trusting more of this aspect of yourself, because you have been, for some of you guys, you've been putting up this mask, or you've been wearing this armor that has been housing this aspect of yourself, and as a result of that, you haven't really been able to bloom. You haven't really been able to receive all that has been meant for you. Also, there's something very specific about you showing this more of this divine feminine aspect of yourself, because that is truly who you are. It doesn't matter how you identify, but more than likely what I can tell is that you're someone that is more than likely very open. You're very intuitive. You're very sensitive. You're very beautiful. More than likely, you may come off as someone who may be even physically attractive, especially because we do have the Empress card here. The Empress is a Venusian rule card. It's ruled by Venus. So this makes someone that is very attractive. You may not have felt as beautiful. For some of you guys, take it as it resonates. It just is what it is. Just take it as it resonates, okay? Some of you guys may not have felt like you were able to really embrace your authentic beauty, that you weren't able to embrace your natural beauty. And Spirit is saying now that there is something very special about you, and it's going to take for you to trust and to just show up as you can and as you are now. And the reason is because you are born for this. Like there's this role that is what I'm hearing is like some of you guys have a role, and Spirit is asking for you to step into that. There's something about you being divine, like a divine feminine guide or a divine feminine leader, or some type of like divine feminine spirit guide. And some of you guys are being called to show up, because this next phase of your life, you are someone of importance. You've always been important, but for whatever reason, what I'm hearing is that some of you are ready to go into this next phase where you are going to start being seeked. You've been doing enough seeking, and Spirit is saying that you are now going to be seeked, but it's going to take for you to open up. You have to open yourself up. Right now, what I'm getting a vision of is that there's this peony where the sunlight is hitting it just right, and as a result of that, this peony is just opening and it's flowering, and it's so beautiful. As a Taurus rising, the peonies are my favorite flowers apart from the orchid, by the way. I just want you guys to know that. It's neither here nor there, but I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you. So basically, I feel like what this represents is your ability to open yourself up to receive warmth, to receive the sun, to receive sunlight, to receive nourishment, to receive whatever this is that can help enhance your own life, that can help you enhance your own beauty, that can help you focus on what makes you you. The fact that we have the Star card here, and then we also have this World card, I'm seeing obviously that they're both pretty naked. One's like half naked, the other one is pretty much full-blown naked except for the head. And I feel that the reason why it's like this by design is because there's something about you embracing you for who you truly are, without the mask, without the clothes, without everything that covers you up, and you opening up so that you can receive, so that you can fully connect to your truest potential. The fact that we do have the Star card here, I feel like you guys are being called to really tap into your ability to connect with yourself, but in a very spiritual way. I would not be surprised if you guys are going through a spiritual awakening right now that feels very orgasmic, that feels very euphoric. That this really does feel like, sexual energy, you guys hitting the O, and you guys becoming enlightened by hitting the big O. And I'm feeling very sensual. Like I feel like there's really strong sensual energy where you're just sitting in all of your beauty and you're magnetizing, and people come up to you because they're so attracted to you. You smell good, you feel good, and this is what Spirit is asking for you to focus on now. I feel that for some of you, if you've been waiting to buy that perfume, Spirit says go for that. And the reason why I feel that way is because everything that you do and everything that you do to tend to your body, it is used to attract. Don't think of it as you being superficial, and don't think of it as you not being honest or you being manipulative. In fact, yes, you in a way are manipulating it, but it's not for a malicious intent. You don't have any type of malicious intent. If anything, what you're doing is you're adding this because it enhances your beauty, and you're using this beauty, I don't know why the word is glamour, but you're using this beauty, this glamour in order to attract, but not in a way that is harmful. You're doing it for attraction, right? I don't know why, but I see you guys doing like beauty magic, glamour magic, Venusian magic, like you're working with Venus, and I feel like if you have been, it's paying off, and you're gonna need that moving forward into your life, into the next phase of your life. The Sun card here, I do feel like this looks like Spirit is shining a light on you. You may be someone that has a really strong intuitive gift. You may be a clairvoyant. You may be clairaudient. You may be someone that can discern really well. You may have very prophetic dreams and visions. You're someone that has a really strong connection to magic. This looks to me like earth magic and water magic. Like those are the two types of magic I'm picking up on. I also feel like you guys, what I'm hearing is study. You guys are being called to come out as a priest or a priestess. This feels very feminine. So for some of you, you're coming out as this beautiful priestess, as someone who can decipher these hidden messages that you can give to your soul tribe or to the world. I really do feel like you guys are coming out and trusting yourself and really becoming more of a channel. I think you guys are starting to channel a lot more. I can feel it. You guys are channeling. Spirit is asking you right now to embrace the gifts that you have. You have to start embracing that, because that is what's going to be required for you to step into this new role or this new job or this new relationship or this new phase of your life. This next phase of your life that you're going through right now is going to call for you to be more authentic, for you to connect. You don't have to hide yourself. You're not in, for some of you, for most of you, if you're listening to this, you're not in danger. Spirit is saying that you don't have to present yourself as a masculine force in order to protect yourself. Your divine feminine energy will magnetize or will attract all the protection you need. Divine feminine energy is receptive. It is magnetizing. It's mysterious. It's very chaotic. It's also very sensual, very playful, right? It dwells in darkness, and divine feminine energy is very wise. It's passive. What I see you doing more of is you're tending more to the physical body. You are tending more to your internal body. You're tending more. You're getting your hair done more. You're being asked to also to alter your skincare routine. We are in winter months, so you may want to change up your moisturizer. Also, what I feel like, this feels like you really focusing on, I don't know why it's like, but I feel like you're focusing on magic more. You're focusing more on magic. I'm seeing you guys work with cardamom. I see cinnamon. I see red candles. I actually have candles in the back that I usually work with when I'm working with Venusian energy. If y'all need any type of Venusian candle, I actually have them available. My rising is Taurus, so when it comes to Venus, I am all about those energies and those vibes. I actually do have a glamour magic type of candle. If you need any of those, let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to link it down below if you guys need that, by the way. And I can also share those things too. Also, what I'm feeling like you guys are working with as well as dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is a big one. And also what Spirit is saying too is that practice the traits or practice the practice of the high priestess, right? And I feel like this is the energy that simply does not say much. The high priestess doesn't need to say much because what she does speaks for itself. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. Can you see her? The work that she does speaks for itself. Also, what I'm feeling too is that oh my goodness, some of you are witches. Like you're witches, and I'm hearing this by your bloodline. Like you guys are witches by blood. Like that's what it feels like. And it's like, what does that even mean, right? I'll make another video about that, but there's something about you being a witch by blood. I'm getting more. So if you guys don't know this by now, I channel. So sometimes they just kind of come even when I'm doing readings. So I'm about to go full channel mode, just so you guys know. Some of you guys are witches, and I feel like some of you have a direct link to Salem, and some of you guys have a direct link to the indigenous Americas. Some of you guys have a direct link to here. Like there's something, I'm hearing the words ancestral magic. You guys are being called to not only dive into ancestral magic, but you guys are also called to create spells, to create your own grimoires, and you guys are also being called right now to create your own system of magic. I'm not kidding. You are the head witch of your family. You may have been having really vivid dreams. I would not be surprised if some of you have even been seeing rituals in your dreams. Like that is very, very, very specific. Not everyone is going to resonate with that, and I'm down for that. Some of you are awakening to more of these intuitive powers, and I really do feel that way. I'm seeing like a fireball. Like there's something about the fireball, and I'm also hearing like Reiki, like fire Reiki. Some of you guys are Reiki masters and don't even know it. Like there's so many different types of intuitive gifts that you all have that Spirit is asking you to open up to. I really do love this next phase of your life, and I say that because with the World card here, you have learned a lot of lessons. You know truly what it means to not trust yourself. Some of you, oh my goodness. Okay, we have, oh my goodness, y'all. There's a lot of dramatic changes ahead. Dramatic changes ahead. I don't know why, but I'm seeing this divine feminine energy as being like the backbone, and I'm seeing this divine feminine energy as being the protector or the all-seer. You also have here this strength card. You also have the Tower card. You have the Chariot card. You have the Death card. Like this energy is not to be fucked with. It's not to be played with. It's not to be, it's a force to be reckoned with, like for lack of better terms. I feel the fact that oh my goodness, and the Wheel of Fortune just came out. Listen, if you decided that you were going to lean more into this energy, you guys are going to hit big. Also, there's something very beautiful about letting things go and letting things hit the fan and letting things just kind of fall away. There's something very beautiful about you allowing shit to hit the fan. And I feel like I'm hearing the word reconcile. There's something that you guys are coming to accept. And I do feel like you guys, I can feel that you guys are being just, some of you feel like you're being pushed, and some of you guys feel like you're being forced. For others of you, you're just taking it as it is and you're answering the call. Like that's what it feels like. Now, when you reconcile, you can establish another relationship. You can accept things for what they are, and you go back to whatever this thing was in order to integrate it, to honor it, to whatever it is. And so when you reconcile, you're seeing it's like you're trying to go back to come into this agreement with this thing in order to establish a better relationship with. You're trying to reconcile, right? So like when you reconcile with someone, the reason why you do that is so that you guys can be on one accord, so that when you progress and move forward, the energies can work better together, right? So in this sense, the fact that we hear reconcile, I think that you guys are actually reconciling with this other part of yourself that you've been rejecting, that you've been misunderstanding, that you may not have been honoring. For some of you, you're reconciling with your divine feminine energy. If you are reconciling with the person outside of you, Spirit is asking you to recognize the divine feminine energy within that person. And when you do that, you recognize it within yourself, and then you start to honor more of them, and then you honor more of you, and then the two can actually integrate and become one. For some of you guys, this looks like you actually reconciling with a partner. For others of you, this is you reconciling with a friend. No matter what it is. But Spirit is saying that no matter what it is or who it is, to remember to honor that divine feminine energy, because that's what's been dishonored for the longest time now. Now, the fact that we have here the Strength card, we have again the Tower card, we have the Chariot card, we have the Death card, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's something very beautiful about the fact that you never gave up, the fact that you never folded, the fact that you stayed strong, the fact that you trusted yourself. You're now entering into a space in your life where you can finally start to see the reason why you went through all of these things and how they're all leading you to this beautiful moment. The Chariot card is the card of willpower. It's a card that is all about navigation and travel. And just continuing on and navigating between the light and the dark, us forging forward, right? The fact that we have the Tower card here, sometimes it comes as surprises. Sometimes it comes as things just kind of falling apart and breaking down. There's a really strong Scorpionic energy to this, a very Mars energy to this. It's a card of action. It's a card that reminds us that there are so many things that are changing. It is a card of dramatic change, and it's a very big deal being that it's a major arcana card. So this is a dramatic change in your life. Like your whole life is changing. Like you may not understand or fully know, but Spirit is asking for you to trust that divine feminine within you because it's going to guide you. You guys are going through a very dramatic change. What's awakening is your divine feminine, and that's the reason why you were called to this message. Spirit is asking for you to trust that. It's going to be scary for some of you. You're not going to fully understand it. You guys may resist. The more that you resist what is going on right now, the harder this transition is going to be. And Spirit is saying that no matter what, this is going to happen with or without your permission. It's going to happen because you are not an ordinary individual. You are a highly spiritual individual. You are a highly sensitive individual. And because you are so spiritual, because you're so intuitive, because you're so sensitive, that means that you are more than likely someone that is not going to have an ordinary life. So Spirit is saying to toss out that belief because you are not meant to have an ordinary experience. I can tell you right now that this dramatic change in your life, the more that you honor this divine feminine aspect, the more that you dive into the unknown, the more that you dive within yourself, the more that you take care of yourself, you are going to start seeing that reflect out in your everyday life. People of quality will come to you to honor you. People of quality will come to help you with whatever the stage in your life that you're in. And I do feel like with the Chariot card, this is a reminder that you have the power, the courage, strength, and the willpower to make the changes. You are entering into a very beautiful stage in your life. This feels so good. It feels orgasmic. For some of you, if you resist, it'll be like a bad trip. I don't know if any of you have ever had psilocybin before, but if you haven't, then you know what I'm talking about. What this feels like is that if you resist, it can result in you having like a bad trip. And for those of you that know what I'm talking about, you know that if you're not in a positive mind state, then what can end up happening is if you consume psilocybin or whatever type of psychedelic, then you can definitely send yourself into a bad trip where everything you feel is going to be amplified as it is. So if you go into this angry, upset, or anything like that, then what you'll start to see in your reality or feel will be things that are going to make you feel even more upset, angry, and whatever it is. And it can have some really terrible effects on your psyche. And I'm saying that because if you guys resist more, then you're going to feel more anxious. You're going to feel like it's going to feel more tumultuous. I'm just saying that the more that you guys resist this change, the more that you resist this part of yourself, the more that you keep it hidden, the harder it is going to be, the harder the change, the harder the transition, the harder the fall. It's going to turn into a real bad trip real quick if you resist. So what I suggest and what I feel is that you honor your magic, you honor yourself, you honor your divine feminine, and you honor the part of you that wants to come out. You called in change, you called in certain things, and now they're here. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you're actually going to take the leap. Right now, what I'm saying is that there's someone that is on one cliff, and then there's like another cliff, and then that person is jumping and then making the jump. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to make this change, make this shift, and make this jump. And if you decide to resist, you are going to have a bad trip, meaning that the next phase of your life, it's just simply going to be on repeat, and you're going to experience the same things all over again until you allow yourself to change. I feel like I love this for you guys, and the reason why I do, oh my goodness, look at that. We also have here the 9 of Cups and the Fool card. Look, I cannot make this up. I can't make it up. You have the Fool card here, and you also have the 9 of Cups. Like, this is all about, like I said, the leap, the cliff. You guys, like, that's so wild. That's so beautiful and amazing. That is so beautiful and amazing. I feel like the 9 of Cups makes us kind of sit down and ask us what we want. Look at that. Talk about reconciliation. We also have here the damn 2 of Cups. I don't think we need to say anything else. I love this for you guys, and the reason why is because I really do see, like, you guys are calling in so much. Also, is someone having a baby? Is someone, I don't know, getting married? Yeah, I don't really think that there's anything else that we need to say right now. I think that we said what we needed to say. I feel like this is such an amazing time for you, and I really do love this for you. Last card that's coming out here is the Queen of Cups. This mother energy, honey, let me tell you something. Y'all are about to be some amazing, beautiful. Y'all are already amazing and beautiful, but this here to me feels so damn good that it is your birthright, that you are royalty and you were born to be royal. This next phase of your life, Spirit is asking for you to treat yourself like royalty, because that is exactly what you are. You are royalty. You are a queen. You are a king. You are a priestess. You are a priest. You are a prophetess. You are a prophet. You are everything that you could ever want to be. I do feel that moving forward, treat yourself like royalty, because you are. And also, there's something about you not accepting anything less than, you already know what I'm going to say, not accepting anything less than what you deserve. You already know. You guys already know. Y'all are someone of importance. And I love this. I love this. You know what quality is. Also, quality over quantity this year. I don't know why I'm saying this year, but like this next phase of your life, quality over quantity. Plant the seed and watch it grow. I hope that this video has been insightful. I hope that for those of you that needed to hear this, that you received all the messages that you needed and that you discard what you don't need. Thank you all for listening and tuning in to this immersive tarot reading. Thank you all for taking time to spend with me. If y'all need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at KaSandraTurner.com. I sell spiritual essentials and I also handcraft them myself. You can also follow along with me over at Magic of Eden on Instagram, because that is where I do daily readings and whatnot. And if there's nothing else, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you in my next video.